Okay, I think this is on. Well, hello, Debbie K's page. Debbie asked me to do a few songs and just share a little bit about a book that I just released. This one. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, this first song is called "Where Is My Capo." It's called "When I Was Young." So I guess I'll give you a little bit of background before I start. This song, as well as many of my other songs I've written over the last 10 years or so. Well, you'll see this in the book. The book and most of these songs have really become about our lives. Especially lately, a couple of years ago, we found out that our fourth child, Olivia, was going to be born with a condition called trisomy 18. And basically that meant that she wasn't going to survive birth. And she ended up surviving birth, and we had 14 months with her. And it was 14 beautiful months and 14 extremely difficult months. Lots of saying goodbye to her, and then her kind of reviving and still being with us, and just never knowing what was going to happen. And I have trouble like having a day where I don't know what's going to happen. To have 14 months like that it felt like a concentration camp to us. We didn't know when we were going to get to sleep. And we didn't know how long our daughter was going to live. And I think the lesson that one of the many lessons that we pulled from that time that we learned was about living in the moment, which I think can be sort of a kind of a cliche statement, live in the moment. But I think that when it becomes real, it becomes a lot more profound. And so for us, living in the moment, it meant going against almost everything in us, coming back to where we really were. Because if we didn't do that, we would have missed Olivia's life. And we really didn't know how long that life was going to be. It went from you're going to have minutes to you're going to have hours to you're going to have days to any week now to celebrating her first birthday. And we realized during that time that if we were to leave where we were and to become not present in the moment anymore, we would be potentially missing our daughter's entire life. And so she kind of held us there like an anchor for 14 months. So she passed away in March, and it's been a really, really hard, it's been about 9 months now, 8-9 months. Really hard, and we still feel like we're in the middle of last year. We're still processing, and we're still grieving, and we're nowhere near feeling normal again, whatever. If that ever happens, I don't know. But we're trying to keep living in the moment, like Olivia taught us. Even now, where the pain is so strong that we'd like to be anywhere but here, this is still our life. And if we try to skip it and go somewhere else, be occupied, even missing the pain will mean missing life. And so that's a lot of what this book is about. And I think a lot of the songs have kind of become about that too. So this song is called "When I Was Young," and it describes Heather's in my state for the last couple of years at least. Take a look inside your heart. Is it still the way it was when you were young? Take a look inside your soul. Is it still a ray of hope when things are cold? When I was young, when I was strong, when you were lost, I'd take you home. But now I'm just old, and you're feeling cold. What happened to us? Take a look inside your heart. Is it still the way it was when you were young? Or does it feel like the road is never ending and we're going nowhere? When I was young, when I was strong, when you were lost, I'd take you home. But now I'm just old, and you're feeling cold. What happened to us? What happened to us? Remember when we used to dream of all the ways we'd save the world from everything? When I was young, when I was strong, when you were lost, I'd take you home. But now I'm just old, and you're feeling cold. What happened to us? What happened to us? When I was young, when I was strong, when you were lost, I'd take you home. But now I'm just old, and you're feeling cold. What happened to us? What happened to us? I've written one song since Olivia died, and I'm going to share that with you. Not many people have heard this. Yeah, I won't try to intro it much. I think it'll explain itself. I may write another song, maybe invent the perfect one, but it won't never be the same. And I may take another try, pick my feet up for another mile, but it will never be the same. It will never be the same. I don't wanna dance again. Tell the music not to play. Tell the music not to play. I can see her, I can feel her face. I don't wanna dance again. Seasons change and memories fade. Tears dry, but scars remain. Things are never gonna be the same. I don't wanna dance again. Tell the music not to play. Tell the music not to play. I can see her, I can feel her face. I don't wanna dance. No, I don't wanna dance again. Excuse me, 1 second. This next song I wrote during Olivia's life, appropriately titled Olivia. This is not part of the song. Sorry. You'll never know the feel of sand between your toes. Or laugh for hours till the sun begins to show. You'll never climb so high you're scared to let go. Walk 1,000 miles with someone that you know. You'll never know it, but you did, but you did. It's 1,000 miles I never will forget. You'll never You'll never know the feel of standing in the rain, staring at someone's back who promised he would stay. You'll never break the heart of someone that you love, or dance for hours till the sun begins to show. You'll never know it, but you did, but you did. I will dance with you. You'll be beautiful. I'll walk you through the night. Things are gonna be alright. Things are gonna be alright. 'Cause this is life the way it is, but it's real. Oh, 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 oh. And if it hurts, then it hurts till the end. I would do it all again. I will carry you. You'll be beautiful. I'll walk you to the light. Things are gonna be alright. Things are gonna be alright. Olivia, Olivia. Well, I'll play one more. Debbie asked me to talk about the book for a couple minutes, so I'll do that. Yeah, I was not planning to write a book. I've never planned to write a book, but this is the book that I wrote. And that's Olivia, and that's me, and that's my favorite picture of her. So during Olivia's life, I really couldn't write music, but I still needed to write just as an outlet, and so I just kind of kept doing updates on Facebook for friends, and just wrote. I started writing just kind of my internal battles through her whole life, and that was just sort of for me, but I knew that I needed to share it just the same way that I share my music, and so a friend of mine just challenged me, I don't know, a few months ago, and just said, you should really compile all that into a book. And at first I was like, no way. But the more I thought about it, I thought, well, it would at least be a good exercise for me to do, just a grieving exercise. And so I just went back and I found everything that I wrote and kind of put it together. And once I finished it, I definitely knew that I wanted to share it. And so the book it starts the morning that Olivia was born, and it ends the day after she died. And there's 14. I put the 14 1-month updates that I did during her life with a picture of her in there, and so in between all those updates are kind of what was happening inside of me during her life during that time. So there's a lot of darkness and a lot of beauty, and I think that on one hand, you know, our experiences are unique. I think on the other hand, they're very universal, and so I think that on one hand, as you read this book, you'll be kind of living through those 14 months with me from my perspective. But I think that on the other hand, I really expect you to connect with your own journey as you read this book. And I think that's just how art works, right? That's what makes art great, is that someone is willing to share the whole story and not just look at the great things I've done and now I'm going to make something that's impressive and that's art. Well, sometimes, but I think the really powerful art is the art that tells the whole story. It has a contrast between our victories and our failures and our strengths and our weaknesses. And I think that is a picture of being human. And I think that we need to share our humanity more in life in general. And so this book and these songs are my attempt to kind of practice what I'm preaching and to share my humanity. I think you'll connect with it if you read it. Do I want to say anything else? Should I say anything else? Do people ask questions on this thing? I've never done this before. If you have a question, I see people saying nice things, and that's awesome. Thank you for your encouragement. If there's any questions, put them there. I'll play one more song and then answer any questions. But otherwise, I'll just play one more song and say goodbye. So let me tune one more time. I'm going to play the song that is the title of this book, called So Am I. I hope people tune in while I'm tuning. I'd be like, what the heck is this? And then leave. Okay, so this song, I wrote this because kind of what I was just saying. I wrote this song because I was frustrated that I wish more people would just share their humanity instead of sharing their opinions. And so that's kind of what the song started as. And so it's kind of one person talking to another person saying, this is how I feel, and it's not good. And another person, instead of giving them advice, just saying, yes, I am also in that same boat. And just leaving it at that and not trying to like fix each other or save each other, but just connecting as human beings on a very basic level. I think that somewhere along the line we decided that wasn't as valuable. We need to fix each other. And Heather and I can attest to this. There's no fixing to be done for us over these last 2 years, or before that. But anyone who was trying to fix us, we started to feel like maybe they cared about us, but they were also trying to feel less uncomfortable with our pain. And so they needed it to stop, and they wanted to help us. So it was partially good, generous, but I think partially it was out of discomfort. And I think the people who were able to just be with us and to say, I cry with you, I laugh with you, I celebrate with you. Those were the people who I think actually connected with us during this time, and still now. So that's what the song started being about. And then Olivia was born, and I found myself laying on the bed with her one of the days. We had to take care of her 24 hours a day. There were really no breaks. We slept for 1 to 2 hours most nights, and sometimes no hours. And we had to hold her skin to skin to keep her temperature where it needed to be. And so one of the days I was taking a shift, and I'd been there for like 8 hours just holding this baby. And there was a part of me that just felt like I'm shriveling away. I'm just counting days, I'm killing time, I'm all but gone. And those are some of the lyrics of the song. And I realized that this song was a song for me to sing to Olivia, and a song for her to sing back to me. And then when she died, there was a time where I felt like this song couldn't be sung again. And I realized while Heather and I were singing this at a concert that this has now become a song for me and Heather to sing to each other. We're counting days, we're killing time, we're all but gone. And the chorus says, but we're still here, we're breathing out, we're breathing in, we're alive, and maybe life is still ahead. So here's So Am I. When it's been far too long, and I'm this close to giving up, when the sun doesn't shine, it's far too gone, and so am I. So am I. When it feels all the time like your best is all behind, you're counting days, you're killing time, you're all but gone, and so am I. So am I. And so am I. But you're still here, you're breathing out, you're breathing in, you're alive, and maybe life is still ahead. It's there for you, and so am I. So am I. And so am I. We're still here, we're breathing out, we're breathing in, we're alive, and maybe life is still ahead. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks for those who watch us later today. Thanks to Debbie Kay for inviting me to do this, and I also just want to say Debbie was telling me the other day that there are thousands of you who have been praying for us and praying for Olivia, and I just want you to know that we knew that you were doing that. We could feel it, and want you to know that while we carried Olivia 24 hours a day for almost 24 hours a day for 14 months, that you were carrying us, and we needed our community, and we still do. So please don't stop praying for us. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. I'm going to try to figure out how to shut this off while I'm still live streaming. Of course, there's no stop button anywhere. I have no idea how.